If I was mayor of New York, when I'm mayor of New York City, not if. New York, what you know about that, man? You couldn't wait for me to tell you how much of a piece of he is, huh?
Chopped cheese.
Chopped cheese is New York City. It derived from uptown, New York City, Harlem. It's always been a tradition. You go to the corner store, you go to the deli, bodega, get you a chopped cheese, man. Chopped cheese over Philly's cheesesteak. Respectfully, I'm vegetarian, but it's still chopped cheese over Philly cheesesteak, just cause. I'm sorry.
Black Air Force Ones.
Why would you say that's New York, though? Like, I mean, Air Force Ones is New York, but Black Air Force Ones, don't do us like that. Like, Black Air Force Ones got so much negative connotation. When you see somebody with Black Air Force Ones, you know, if you don't know no better, you know, that mean they about to kick some shit, like they about to walk some shit down, kick something in, they about to go on a lick, something like that. That's what that means. White Air Force Ones might mean that, like, they a pretty boy or something like that. They cool, classy. They want to wear some, you know, nice linen shorts, but I don't even know why we talking about Air Force Ones when I'm with Puma in the first place.
The Statue of Liberty.
Man, apparently not New York because France trying to steal a motherfucker back on some hijack shit. And shout out to the Statue of Liberty. This was after slavery was abolished. You see all the chains and shackles by her foot, which was supposed to be symbolism to empower and unite the majority population.
Hip hop.
New York City is the birthplace of hip hop. Hip hop has a lot of scenes in different territories. That's where hip hop derived from. When you think about the New York hip hop scene, there's a vast majority of just different various artists. It's really hard to kind of like encapsulate or marginalize. I think you have New York drill and you have other artists that have their different versatility. I think the current state of New York hip hop is in a great place, for sure.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee is definitely New York, man.
Does being born in Atlanta change that?
That changes a lot. Nah, I'm playing. Just joking. Spike is the OG New York. He New York to the heart, so.
How did you get involved in his film Highest to Lowest?
The hard times will come from success. The hard times will come from the money, and the mayhem follows.
Spike reached out to me because I worked with his wife, Tanya, previously on another film by Langston Hughes called Monster. I think his wife put in a good word for me, and he knew that I was a professional young actor, so he thought I fit the part, being a New York native, unlike him. Now, let me stop. Acting is always something, it's my forte. I'm a Renaissance man and a jack of all trades. I'm definitely into the arts, and I think film and theater and all of the acting and theatricals, just another component of the arts.
The New York Giants.
New York Giants, man. New York Giants.
Even though they play in New Jersey?
That's all right. That's okay. You could be from one place and own property in another place. That's all right. It's real estate. I think that the Giants were smart. They get more bang for their buck over there, you know?
Eric Adams.
You tell me. I should be the mayor. Rakim Mayors. You see my last name is Mayors, plural. Like, Mayors, it just rolls off the tongue, right? Mayor Mayors. Right now, I'm Mr. Mayors. In a second, I'm gonna be Mayor Mayors. All the decisions that's in all of these policies that benefit New York City, I can't wait to assemble. When I'm in office, that's just gonna be my prerogative and initiative. I'm dead fucking serious.
Tupac.
Tupac was born in the same hospital as me, and he was born on the same block as me in Harlem. So, Tupac is New York like a motherfucker.
Congestion pricing.
Damn. That's fucked up. What would I do about it? Let me think about this before I answer it, because I don't want to just like talk out my ass or regurgitate. So it probably has its kinks and it probably works. It has its pros and cons, right? It's just so expensive to live in New York City and let alone own a vehicle as is. So many traffic tickets, so much congestion. I don't got the answer to that yet. But at least I can acknowledge that I don't have the answer to it yet. I'm gonna be a very noble, honest, and straightforward, blunt mayor. Mayor Mayors. Truly yours.
Houston Street.
Man, nah, it's called Houston Street. Not Houston Street. Houston Street. Correction.
Virgil Abloh.
I believe Virgil was born in some part of Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. Virgil was very important, man. He was a very, very blessed light. His influence is still prominent today, especially in fashion. Virgil was a very ambitious and courageous guy. He would do things that was like daring and challenging and execute and just be like, make it look so easy and shit. Not only that, you hear this rumor about Virgil, which is true. For anybody who knew him, he would make you feel like you were the most important person in his life. He would do that to every single person that he made time for or worked with.
Times Square.
New York to the heart, but got love for all. When I was a teenager, Times Square was really where the squares went. Like, nah, man, you can't go over there. It's tourists, it's crackheads. That's probably what it is right now. It's a lot of tourists, a lot of crackheads, yeah. I'm proud of our crackheads, hold on. Some of those crackheads are my relatives, I'm just saying. That's what they are, they there. You know what I mean? This is what it is.
Tyler, the Creator.
What kind of shit? Yo, bro, what's up with you? You know that man not from New York, man. You know Tyler's a piece of shit. You know he play too fucking much. You couldn't wait for me to tell you how much of a piece of shit he is, huh? Yeah. He's like the annoying little brother or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I love that dude, man. That's my brother right there, man.
Nutcrackers.
New York, what you know about that, man? For the people who are not New Yorkers or don't live in New York or aren't born and raised in New York, let me put you on. A nutcracker, despite the name, is a very, very good elixir made of different kind of beverages like tequila, vodka, maybe cognac, brandy, whiskey. It's all mixed together with a little bit of Kool-Aid, some juice. I don't know if it's Kool-Aid in it though. I might have been threw that in there extra. Put some fruits in it, you let the fruit soak in the alcohol, put it in a container, and they usually sell it in the summertime at a basketball game, Rucker Park or Kingdom or something like that, or a cookout, $5, $10. Yeah, it's a really, really great beverage to indulge in, if you ask me.
Frank Sinatra.
New York. I mean, he wasn't born in New York. The tri-state is still New York, man. And look, if you was born in the tri-state and you're stomping ground and you got your name from New York, you a New Yorker. Think about it. Langston Hughes, Louis Armstrong, Malcolm X, all these guys that made that you think about, you correlate Harlem Renaissance to, they weren't born in Harlem. It's just somewhere where, black people migrated to. They more New Yorkers than anybody else, so who am I to say? I feel like my man Frankie, he's good in my book. He was a New Yorker. He had pizzazz. He was one of us,
Wu-Tang Clan.
Come on, man, New York, man, Staten Island. Shout outs to the Wu all day. The Wu-Tang and RZA meant everything to me. It's a staple in hip hop when you think about what they contributed. I got so many different memories to go back to. Chimes from the Ice Cream song, and it brings me back to that summer, or just different things. The Cream song. I named my first son after RZA because that name is fire. That life is fire, man. It's treating me well. I'm eating good, as you could tell. I'm living good. I'm happy to be here, and I think it's a blessing, more so than anything. More than a blessing, it's a privilege. Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
She got the key to the city, don't she? She had it at one point, didn't she? I'm too swift, don't tell about this shit. The song is fire. The video is even crazier. I just thought it was some cheeky shit to say. I'm too swift, don't tell about that shit. I think that the inspiration from the video obviously derived from just scrolling on Instagram and random shit, right? But more so the absurdism of everything and the assortment of everything at once was just like organized chaos, textualized as art. Going out to Kiev was a choice because that's when the war just started, and we kind of wanted to do something that felt like positive around the time of like so much negative stuff. And it was also a beautiful like location and opportunity to shoot in. It was just like, they did warn us like, yo, you know, it might be bombs going off and shit like that. And we was just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. You know, that's even better for the story. And ironically, the building from, you know, that I'm standing in front of when I duck and the car kind of leaps over me, that building behind me was a estate, meaning like a lower income housing project. Most of the tenants in there were like all African people. That was probably one of the first places that got bombed in Kiev about a week after we left. It's not only historical for landmark purposes, but the story behind it is very, very important.
Canal Street.
Canal Street is ill because, you know, back in the beginning establishing days of like New York City's development, Canal Street was literally what is named like a canal. And, you know, down in Canal Street in Chinatown, what we now refer to as Chinatown, was more like trenches and stuff like that. And really people used to trade over there. That's where a lot of trading was done at, you know, and people would kind of like, you know, take the canal all the way out to, which we know now as the FDR. You know, that's how they would merge and go to different seas to do some local domestic trading and shit like that, and do some international trading. And I think that the significance of Canal Street being a bootleg trading hub, is still kept its heritage and it's kept its tradition. Even though there's no water anymore flowing down the canals, so pavement and road and shit, but I think the feeling of like that hustle and trade and sell and market is still there, and it still thrives to this day. I bought the fake throwback jerseys. Yes, I was one of them. I bought some fake Rockaware, Jay-Z, forgive me. I had some fake academics, I ain't gonna lie. That's bad. I bought everything. You trying to put me on blast now, that's what you trying to do. I shouldn't have did that. And I had some fake Evisu too. I had some really Visu, but I had some fake Evisu. I used to go to 28th Street. You know about that? Yeah, you got you some fake shit too. Yeah, I'm on to you straight from Staten Island. You took the ferry. You took the ferry way out there. I already know.
Calling a deli a bodega.
But a deli and a bodega is two different things, and being able to call it that essentially is just another word for grocery store. That's some New York shit. Bodega has always been a cultural thing amongst the Dominican and Puerto Rican and Latino community, which we share the same neighborhoods with. They always called it that. They own it, they work in it. When you walk in those stores, that's the music that you hear. So bodega is just, I guess, you know, a Latin term for what we consider to be a grocery store, deli. So we picked it up as being non-Spanish speaking people, Latin speaking people. I think we just embraced it and inherited it. Culturally, everybody just calls the corner store bodega if you're from New York. Yo, how much you gonna pay me for this lesson today? Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm dropping jewels on you, gang. I told you you're gonna be better talking to me. I'm making better, man. It's all right, though, I got you. This one is on me this time. You just owe me a chopped cheese. Nah, I'm playing.